The sun's hitting my eye. Should we move somewhere? Yeah, brother, you had a good question. Should we speak? Yeah, just the sun is just, look, it's right there and it's been hitting my eye. Yeah, it's too much. What about from here? Would it work from here? If we just do it? Yeah, no, if you're there, that way. Yeah, let's have a look. If you come here, my friend.
What was the question?
Nice to meet you, firstly. Is it rolling, yeah? Yeah, you can do, yeah. What's your name? You don't have to give your name if you don't. Yeah. Adnan, my name is Ishan. Nice to meet you, brother. What do you do?
I'm a chef.
Chef?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you cook?
Anything and everything.
What's your speciality?
Moroccan.
Oh, subhanallah. A lot of people have been telling you, because we have this channel, foods, and they've been saying, Moroccans have their own, specialities, and mashallah, fantastic. So, my friend, you don't believe in God or religion?
No, I believe in God.
Oh, you do?
But just, let's say...
Do you subscribe to a religion?
My way.
Okay.
I believe in
Oh,
God.
okay, a creator, but you don't subscribe to a religion?
Yeah, but I see God is bigger. It's like I see God is some force that doesn't compete with nobody. Because it's just one God. So he doesn't have others to compete with. So I see God doesn't play that game.
Okay.
Because if God play that game, so there's different gods. There's many gods to compete with. But I see God is one force.
I agree with
and
you.
people misled. They don't understand him. That's why they keep everyone think he's right and think he's the one who's in. God is in his side. God is fighting with him. God is giving him this land, give him this thing, or give him that, tell him to do some movements to please him or something. I see God in. Is a part of everything. It's part of nature, it's part of us, it's part of everything. Create this beautiful life. If we can make it beautiful. I think God is the top of the pyramid, and he doesn't have one way to go to him. You can go anywhere. The only thing you need to be good. God is good. If you're good and you really want to know God, and your purpose is good, you're with God, because God is not limited. He doesn't need you to worship Him, because worshiping is a human thing. It's always been the kings and emperors before who asked people to worship. God doesn't need you to feel like a slave, because God gives you the mind to think, and He makes you special in this world to use your brain. So if you use your brain and you failure, that's why you find. So you save anybody else. You're not making any difference. God, He wants you to think and to know God. He wants you to be a free man, and powerful, and in the same time a good, powerful man.
So Adnan, you're making some fantastic points. Some points I'm definitely in agreement with you, and I'm happy that you're saying it. That's why I like listening to it. You're saying that, yeah, we should be moral people, we should be good people, we shouldn't use God as a chess piece saying, oh, He's with us and we need to be doing this. I agree with you. There's too many people that are doing, I think some pigeons are unhappy with us conversing. But, alhamdulillah, that was close. Yeah, I agree with you. A lot of people do weaponize religion, just like people weaponize gender, people weaponize jobs, people weaponize education, people have a, unfortunately, and it's our duty to kind of sift through that, and just like you're not here to convince me, I'm not here to convince you. We're open to listening to each other's views, and that's what I want to understand logically.
I'm not claiming that I'm having the truth. I'm just
Yeah, but it would be fantastic to understand where you're coming from, because I don't know if you have kind of moral anchorage or whatnot. It'll be interesting to see where you get your morality from. So when you say, we should be good and do good things. So your name's Adnan, yeah? So Adnan, how can we know what is good and what is bad? Where do we get that from as human beings?
from the experience of life, because you don't need verse from the sky.
No problem. Let's keep religion
to
out.
tell you that you have to look after your mom. Or you don't have sex with your mom. Or you need to be good to others, because from our experience since the beginning, a human being, we know what's right and what's wrong from experience, and we always correct ourselves. From time to time, we correct ourselves from the experience we live in. No,
Okay, this is a good point.
If I hate you, you're gonna feel pain. So you know that's wrong. If I take something yours, it's yours.
I got you.
You're gonna need God.
But here's the thing.
This is wrong. It's wrong.
Let's keep God, to the side for now. For now, you've made a point. You said that. So we learn from experience and we keep going on and on and on. Can you say, because if we learn from experience and we keep going on and on and on, that means we would never reach an answer in morality, because that answer can change, it can change. So technically speaking, what you're saying is there is no set morality, change.
Now there is part of morality that can always the same. Like anything make harm, make a pain, everywhere is wrong. If I take a knife and hit you, this is gonna hurt you.
Okay,
so
interesting.
It's wrong everywhere.
Okay, brilliant.
But there is other part of morality that change with time. Like before.
Wait, Adnan, you're making good points. That's why I don't want 3 points. I don't want to just answer one and leave the other two because they're good. Okay.
Because there's other part of morality that changed with time, like the state of woman before, it changed now. How we teach our children, how family is changed. The like human beings, life. Like look, we're living in England, we're all together from everywhere. This is not happening before. This is before means war. Before, if Muslims here, Christians, and Jews before, and Indians, this is mean war. This is mean bodies, dead bodies, and now this is morals. This is change. We learn from our mistakes. We have wars. We have World War I, II. We have problems, and then we learn. That's how we learn.
Do you think that we've learned from war, though? Because I would argue that human beings are still at war. In fact, if you look at the timeline of human existence, there's been no war. In fact, the UK, because I was born in this country, this is my country, I love this country. So in this country, there's not been a single day that the UK, since World War II, that the UK has not been, in fact, the last 100 years, not a single year that the UK has not been in a war. It's been in a war, and a perpetual war. But Adnan, we become clever about how we do the wars.
That's what England learn from experience from before, because if you want a peace in England, you need to make yourself strong. If you're looking for peace, you need to prepare for war. That's what England do. That's why England is peaceful here, because they're making wars outside. That's why America is strong and making peace inside America, because they are strong. Do
you think that's good, though?
That's learning, because when you're weak...
Good learning or bad learning?
No, it's logical learning, because you have to be strong to live in peace. If you're weak, you're not going to live in peace.
Okay, but Adnan, that goes against your principle, which is the harm principle.
No, it's not.
Because you're harming other people.
That's why I told you there's some morals. Always there's something is changed.
But the harm one, remember, harm one, you said doesn't change.
These bad things.
But the harm one, Adnan, you said, correct me if I'm wrong, you said if somebody come with knife, that's always wrong, that doesn't change, and this and that. But war is you cutting people just so your country will be strong. But hey, you're saying you're learning, it's gross.
Selfish to your group. So to make my
But that's not morality, though.
No, that's why I said morality sometimes it doesn't. It's not balanced. It's not like what we want it to be. There is not like.
So there's no fixed morality.
It's not like something like perfection. There's always somebody gonna be hurt. Somebody gonna suffer, because there's good and bad, and always gonna be good and bad. There's poverty. There's people who live good. There's people who are strong. There's people who are weak.
So the people fighting, morality-wise, would you say that's good or bad?
Fighting. No, it's bad. It's not good, because anything.
But to defend their people.
No, it's good to defend yourself. It's always good. But war is always bad. But it's good to defend yourself. You have to be powerful to defend yourself. You have to have.
Yeah.
Strong. Because look, I tell you something. Before the relation between man and woman, it was the man who was telling what the woman what to do. The woman shouldn't have opinion to say about
I think,
her.
Adnan, I'm going to forget what you're saying. Initially, you made the point about the harm principle. You said morality, we know that if we harm somebody, that's wrong. But then you went on to say you can harm somebody to defend yourself. Now, what I'm going to tell you is how even this simple moral thing is undefined, it's unclear, and it's open to people's interpretation. Let me give you an example. Self-defense. To the police, what counts as self-defense is different. If you come and you push me, how I attack you now, if I punch you in the face, yeah, they're going to check my knuckles afterwards. Yeah, even how I respond back to you, did he use reasonable force? You know, what's the evidence? What's this? What's that? So even self-defense, in the harm principle varies. Some people, they will say, when it comes to the harm principle, operation, yeah, going and operating on yourself, yeah, it's okay. But now the question, Adnan, who is a child? Conscious that there's kids here. If there's a child, I'll use vocab. If the child castrate themselves, they are the age of 11, they themselves. In this country, they will say you should allow that. And this is, they use liberal morality. So what I'm saying, Adnan, is using the harm, you cannot, you will not be able to tell this child, look, don't cut yourself. Don't take your private parts off. This is wrong. They will say, but I want to. It's my choice. Why should I not do it? How dare you curtail my freedom? What would you respond to the child? How would you convince them not to do that?
Well, depends. If, I don't think some people gonna cut themselves. This is like
No, Adnan. Tavistock and Portman, it's a gender clinic. They get puberty blockers, and they can, in some Western, without,
no.
morally though. Why
When you
though?
grow up, you think you did the wrong thing because if he's my child, even if I'm not gonna let him because maybe he's gonna grow up and you're gonna tell me that you didn't stand because I was a child and you let me do something wrong. I didn't know.
So on the one hand, you have freedom. On the
Yeah.
so decide what to put forward. You might say we should put children first. The adult should not tell them to grow up because the child is a boy who thinks he's a girl. But you will say no, they should grow up. Do you see the difference here?
Yeah, no, because look, laws.
Yeah.
It's not always perfect. The
Yes.
world is not perfect.
This
the
is
world,
definitely not
the
perfect,
world
yeah.
exists in something. It's imperfect because if it's perfect,
Yes.
maybe we're not gonna be here.
Of course.
It's imperfect. Different colors, different people, different cultures, different beliefs, different plants, different animals, different things. The world is not perfect, and it's not gonna be perfect. Never. It's always gonna be somebody want to be strong, somebody weak, somebody making rules, somebody fighting, somebody this. This is. But we have always to trying to make some balance. And the most important thing is the freedom. Freedom is something holy. You have to like that because how? Okay, children we have to let. But
What
when
about
we
if
grow
someone
up-
is drunk?
When we grow up, I cannot tell you what to do because maybe I see it from my view, but maybe you see it from different side. Yeah, you need to take your responsibility and take your experience in life because maybe from what you do from bad, what I see bad, maybe you create something good, and maybe from the bad because look.
Do you have MashaAllah. Congratulations. Your relationship with them, tell them anything or sometimes.
Of course you tell. Yeah,
So you do tell them things.
of course
So you have to. If you see him doing something really bad, you feel obligated to give him your experience, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but there is some stuff that exists. Homosexuality always exists. What we can do?
Do you
with
think
them?
it's right or wrong?
No, I'm not saying it's right. No, I don't know. I can't say it's right or wrong because if somebody feels he's homosexual, I have to be in his place to tell him to talk. Because
What if
I have to be
what if somebody
him.
thinks that they're a pedophile?
Huh?
What if somebody says I'm a pedophile?
That's why I say underage because we have rules. We have like limit age. I say when you grow up you to the age and you start thinking about yourself, you can do this thing and this thing. When you homosexual or not even if you're not pedophile and have sex with somebody.
What about a brother with another brother?
When you're gonna go in,
Sorry?
brother with another brother.
Yeah,
what?
brother. If a brother has sex with another brother, is that good or bad?
I don't know. They're gonna.
In your opinion?
Culture is bad.
In your
Nobody
opinion?
like it. Nobody like it. I don't like it.
Yeah. Can you say? Okay, that's interesting. Can you say it's wrong though?
I said I don't like it.
I know.
don't say it's wrong.
I know. That's what I'm
it's
asking
wrong.
you. Yeah.
What's wrong?
Is it wrong for
Maybe I'm
18?
wrong. To say wrong, I'm wrong. Well, maybe if I say that's wrong, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I
That's
want to
why I
know.
don't
I want to know. Yeah.
I say I don't like it because culturally it's not good because before something we know it's not good.
But
In
Adnan,
the future they change and look,
but Adnan, a brother having sex with a brother, surely.
I don't like it.
But surely it's wrong though.
It's wrong. In my opinion, culturally it's wrong.
But how do you prove it morally though?
But what do you think about somebody having sex with his cousin?
With a cousin?
Yeah. You think it's right?
Not
Some
necessarily.
people they think it's wrong.
Some-
So who's right, who's wrong?
Yeah, so it depends. You're doing it. If you're measuring it with the yardstick of religion, then according to religion it wouldn't be wrong. But if you measure it with the yardstick of society, then society would say it's
if
wrong.
religion said it's okay to have brother have sex with brother, gonna be okay then.
If the religion,
Said it's gonna be okay.
no. Because not just any religion, because remember at the start we said a lot of people claim a lot of things. Yeah? First, it's important to establish, is there evidence? You believe testable? Is it reliable? Is it solid? And I can say, and I can give evidences that I believe that Islam is solid and it does pass those tests that other religions say can't. So
Married
if
your cousin is making
So
us-
Adnan, let me just finish the point, yeah? So if I believe in God and there's evidences and it's a reasonable kind of accumulation of evidence, etc., so I believe that God is the lawgiver. Okay, now I will follow the laws of God. If somebody just believes, this tree is God and I will do whatever this tree says and they have no evidence for that, I think that's wrong. I think, do you see?
But how to the evidence? We have to test the evidence because the
Yes.
stuff. But because people they accept the religion not because it's good, because that's what they find the family is doing. Because if we come to test everything,
Yeah.
married in your cousin, it proves that it's not good. It will give you children that. I know people.
Not
I know
necessarily.
in a family that is married with cousin, they have two kids. They're not.
Yeah,
100%.
let me correct you on that. The thing with marrying your cousins, this is for consecutive generations. However, if you do it for like 1 or 2 generations, then you skip 2, 3. That as long as there's variety in the gene pool. The only issue with marrying one's cousins is they're saying the possibility of the gene pool remaining the same and certain diseases staying there. That's the issue. However, if the gene pool is varied and it's done, then it's fine.
Okay, I'll give you a question.
Yeah.
So you say-
But sorry, just to make the point, but no atheist will come to me and they will say marrying your cousin is wrong though.
No.
They can't say it's wrong.
Marrying, I said, okay, marrying your cousin is wrong.
Yeah.
Marrying your brother is wrong. But he doesn't think life when Adam, he have a daughter and sister, that's how life started but brother married in having sex with his sister, it was right before and it's wrong now.
Yeah,
How it was
because
right before?
because even then, the variety of the gene pool, there was a methodology. I haven't read up in it in a while.
But why is right before and it's wrong now?
Yeah, because we don't believe in absolute morality. We believe in objective morality.
No, but God is powerful. He's all powerful. Can
Yeah.
do things different.
Yes.
He can do it different before. He can't find solution before. So brother is not gonna marry his sister. So why is right before and wrong now?
Yeah. So the only one that can answer that is God Himself.
No.
And the only way-
I'm not because look.
Yeah.
That's why I say if we want to test the religion, we have to be We have the courage to talk about it because I think that's what God wants us to do because we've been misled. And to know God is for my opinion, God prefers somebody who asks more than somebody who just follow. Because when you follow, you just make the crowd. But the few people who make different and the people who questions.
Adnan, you've said like 4 or 5 things that this is what I think God wants. This is what God wants.
In my opinion.
But that's the thing though. This is where it gets interesting. Where are you getting that from though?
It's my opinion, in my thinking.
But wouldn't God have passed that on? If God is, you were hearing my previous discussion, if we believe that God is wise, why would God create us with no purpose and with no book, no instruction manual? I mean, Joe Rogan, there was a clip that emerged of him saying that even when you look at complex machines, you know, without, say, an instruction manual, it's very difficult to maneuver around it. And he's saying that in his opinion, human beings are more complex in terms of society, in terms of economics, in terms of morality, etc., etc. So it makes sense for us to also have an instruction manual. So
you have it. It's
go
the
ahead.
brain.
It's
the
your
brain. It's the brain.
the
brain.
The brain
you
is.
Think he doesn't give you a book. He doesn't need to give you a book. He gives you a brain. He gives you a machine that works very magically. That you learn, and you know the difference, and you know what's bad and what's wrong, and you create. And
No,
you
but
create
that's the thing, Adnan. When I asked you about,
because if I give you a menu, you're gonna stuck in that menu. You're never gonna get out of that menu. You're gonna be in a circle.
But Adnan, you mentioned yourself that 2 brothers having sex, it's not right, and you would, even a child that wants to transition, you would say, you know what, you should wait and this and that. So you're saying they should wait. Somebody else might be saying, you know what, they shouldn't wait. And you know how society is at the moment. Majority rules. Whatever the majority wants, that's what's going to happen. Now, Adnan, if tomorrow they say eating dead bodies is okay, would you also say dead bodies is okay?
No, it's not okay. I'm not gonna eat dead bodies. If somebody else wants to eat dead bodies, he can eat his related. If his father died, and
if your son said, "Dad, I want to eat that dead body," would you allow him to eat that dead body?
No, because you know, there's some people who are eating dead bodies now.
Yeah, but not you or your son, though, isn't it? Why would you stop your son from doing it when democracy has come up with the rule? Majority of the people have come up with the rule to say you can.
It's good because culture is wrong, but we still eat dead bodies. We eat a sheep, we eat a cow, it's dead body. It's a living being.
Yeah.
We kill and we eat.
But human beings.
No.
Yeah.
Look.
But you said it's wrong, though, isn't it?
It's wrong culturally,
Yeah.
but we still eat dead bodies. When I see cow, it's full of love, it's full of animal. You can have relationship with the cow. She can love you, she can feel you, she can know when you call her, she can come to you.
Some
And
people
after
even
you-
have sex with
and,
cow.
And after you sacrifice and you eat, this is dead body. But you don't because you used to it. So what's wrong and what's right? It's what we defend, what we found in our society. The people who found others eating that bodies, it's right, they eat it, it's right. Other people, they find others, you don't eat, you're forbidden to eat cow, so it's wrong for them. Others, they eat pork, and it's right. Others, they can't even touch it, it's wrong. So what's wrong and what's right is just what we find in our society, what we find in our family, and then we think we defend the right and the wrong.
Yeah.
We defend what we found in our society. We don't defend the right and the wrong, because if we measure everything in the right and the wrong, believe me, we do lots of wrong stuff, and everybody accept it. Like
Yeah, exactly.
before, I remember in my society, in
Like the
Morocco,
dead body thing, yeah.
men used to, some men, not all, used to forbidden wife to come out the house. Since the wedding, when I married her, she had to stay in the house till she died. She never got out. And people used to think, this is a good man. This is the perfect man. And they used to say that man is to kiss his hand and he's a good man. But I think that is criminal. How you can take a woman, put her in jail for the rest of her life till she dies, and she never come out.
Yeah, some
and you think
cultures,
it's
they're
good.
ridiculous,
And
yeah.
we used to accept it
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's good. We say it's good man. This is sheikh. This is our I don't know. This wise man is good. Imam is this, and it's wrong. But we accept it because that's a right we found. So people, they defend the picture they found.
Let me ask you
not
something.
The right and wrong.
What was the main reason that you left Islam?
I don't live this. Look, I think I found God. in my way, because I take my chance and I take my responsibility. And I find God in some good form, in something good. That I see God doesn't want me to fight. God wants me to make peace with everybody. God wants me to know that He's just Him. He doesn't compete with nobody. If he's competing, this is not God. This is just because He's one. Anybody in this world, if he's really want to connect with God and he do it His way, he's connected with God.
Do you believe
It
in?
doesn't have one way.
Yeah.
It doesn't have one way.
Do you
just
believe
you have
in?
to have niyyah. You know, in Islam,
Yeah.
we call النية الحسنة.
Yeah.
النية إنما الأعمال بالنيات. So God judges you what you want. If you want really to connect with God, and you do it in your way or your culture, and you really want God, you with God.
You said the hadith really nicely,
So you with God.
very nicely. Sometimes to hear the words of the Prophet ﷺ is nice. إنما الأعمال بالنيات. You're absolutely right. And if people abide by this, and they do focus on their intentions, then society would be much better than the way it is. But
I see people there, Shia and Sunnah,
Yeah,
fighting
yeah.
for what? They go, look kafir. Why? Because you don't have to pray like this. You have to pray like this.
Yeah.
You think God
That's
is
too
like
much,
that.
that's too
You
much.
think we
but you
forgive-
pray though, isn't it?
Huh?
You pray, isn't it?
Yeah, I pray sometimes.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
I do the Jumu'ah. Yes.
MashaAllah.
But I tell you, God, we forget the real purpose of God, and we take just the kashra, the outside.
You're right.
You on the outside.
You're
Let's do this like that. Do this. Let's say this 3 times. This 7 times. And we forget. And when we go to Muslim society, say it's bad. People is suffering. People is going in war. Things the dictatorship. Things people lost poor people lost this, lost that. Why? You think God is want us to be like that? You could and everyone go to the mosque, and when you come out the mosque, it's all dirty, your shit, animals
yeah.
are suffering. Nature is dead. Lots. You see,
Adnan, let me tell you
difficult.
something.
Your eyes.
You're right, you're
You
right.
can't see something
I
nice.
agree with you.
That's God.
I
It's
agree
not
with you.
God.
Here's the thing, and I say this as well. If I come to the park to defend Muslims, I will struggle. But when I come to the park, Adnan, I say, look, I can't defend Muslims. I can't even defend myself sometimes. Yeah. What I can defend is Islam. I can say, look, this is what it says, this is how we should be, and these are the principles that we should be following, and here are the reasons. However, when it comes to defending Muslims, I agree with you, and I'm sure you'll agree, we have something called free will. That, we have choice, and this is something that, Allah has created us, and He doesn't make us do stuff. It's our choice. Unfortunately and sadly, some people, what they do is they make things restrictive. Keeping a woman in a house, dirtying the masjid, this is not something that's from Islam. Unfortunately and sadly, some people, what they will do is they will be in the mosque committee, because they're fighting for power. They will come out and they will say, aha, the cleaner didn't pick that up. I'm not going to pick that up, so tomorrow I can say, oh, you didn't pick that up, and the other person wanted you. Internal politics and this and that. But that's why I liked what you said initially, that if we do stuff because it's good for the pleasure of Allah, not for our nafs, because our nafs tomorrow will say, you know what, I need money, and you know what, for survival, I can get him from the back and I can take his money, it's okay. 1 week later I will give it back to him and I will give him plaster, no worries. But that's not allowed. So when we leave it to the people, you're seeing this, I mean, as well, cutting bits off, the homosexual relationships and this and that. This is not something, a man putting his penis inside another man. How is this going to help anyone? It's not designed for that. It causes more diseases. No children come from that.
It's still worse than that happens.
Of course.
If he's that, I prefer to have homosexuals than having people who preach hate and making society all the same, all society be made with they have the same shape, they have the same, because God, He wants us to make mistakes, because a mistake is learning.
Yes.
We learn from your mistake, because when you make a mistake, you know that you're not going to make that mistake, you're going to look somewhere else. And when everybody's different, something coming out of that different words is good. But when you make society all the same, you stay the same. You don't move. You don't move. You're dead. You're like this.
Let me give you
can't
example.
move.
I think you will know this. Spain was ruled by Muslims for 800 years, and oh yeah, so the 800 years, Christians were there, Jews were there. They made such amazing discoveries to do with science, to do with inventions. Perfumes were being made. In fact, even Lawrence of yeah, of course, a lot of things were being done.
Freedom, yeah.
So Lawrence of Arabia says that when London was a village, Cordoba had street lights, and they were coming up with such fantastic things that they say even Daniel of Moli went to Toledo in Spain, saw the structure, and he came, and after a time he contributed to the creating of the first university, which is Oxford University.
Why that happened? You have to know why that happened. Because they create society where they can all live together. They can be Jews, Christians,
Exactly, Adnan.
black and
We're on the
white,
same page.
And philosophy.
You and me were the same.
And people was think was Ibn Rushd, was Ibn Rushd, was Ibn Arabi, was other people.
Ibn Sina, yeah.
No, Ibn Sina used to be in Iran.
But still, his arguments
but
were
used to be
interesting.
philosophy, thinking, talking about the things forbidden. Even now, in some places, because people
I studied philosophy as well.
and they talk about philosophy. They study. Was talking about God, and there was others talking about God, what God is like, what is this, what is that, and was music was they create music things. They create perfumes. They was having a fashion things. They create.
So Adnan, the thing is, you have an issue with the way some Muslims have made societies. You don't have necessarily an issue with you don't have an issue with Islam per se. Yeah, alhamdulillah.
I have issue to make.
I agree with you. We will do this together.
To make everybody look the same, because when we look the same, nothing coming out good. Because we are gonna be like sheep.
Yeah.
They will all the same way till we fall down. All good things coming from mistakes, coming from the
Adnan,
diversity.
it's impossible for us not to make mistakes.
We have to know art is good, music is good, share is good, poems, painting. Before used to be look how they built before in Spain and that, and they have lost. Now we go to Arab town, it's ugly. There is no even touch of art. Ugly places, ugly. There is no nature. It's bad. Animals suffering things. I feel so sorry. I said, where is God in all that? Is God want you to live like that? Go into the mosque, coming out, mosque, go to the mosque, coming out, mosque, and nothing changing in your society. You don't even a plant in all your life. You don't plant even one tree, and go in the mosque 5 times, and one tree you don't plant it. You don't have place to hide from the sun, or like deserts, and you can look after the water, after the animals, after this. This is wrong. This can't be done. I prefer somebody who is, if everyone, imagine if everyone plant a tree every year.
Allahu Akbar.
Every year in his, how he gonna be looking?
Amazing.
How gonna be looking? Gonna be looking different.
They say even, planting of a tree is a rewardable act. The tree does dhikr for you. Unfortunately and sadly, Adnan, people pick and choose things from Islam. They pick something that fits in with them. You're absolutely right. That's why initiatives of planting trees, looking after animals, doing art, and all of these things are important. And that's the thing that makes Islam beautiful. And when people don't apply these things, they look ugly. They don't affect Islam because Islam is better than them, bigger than them. But it's like a map. I'll give you an example. If someone gives me a map and draws a circle, you go Marble Arch, and it says go straight, then I go back. It says go left, I go right, and then I start cursing the map. No, the fault is my own. The fault is I'm not listening to the map. If I listen to the map, I'll be successful.
God is not a dictator. God is like the third party. You can pick what everyone and pay what everyone, which is what everyone. God is the third party. He takes the payment. He's the one who takes the payment. But you can choose. And even He's merciful. He can give you second chance, third chance. And God doesn't punish because He wants because He feel bad about you. Just because He wants to make you a better person. He doesn't punish to kill, He punish to take revenge. This is a human feeling. God, He wants to make you a better person. He punish you like a father to make you a better person because He doesn't have that feeling what we have.
It's like the Prophet ﷺ said, "At-ta'ibu min adh-dhanbi kaman la dhanba lah." That, this is very important, that when we wrong each other, we don't forgive, but when we commit a sin, Allah will remove the sin as if it didn't even exist. So, but the thing is, Allah is forgiving, human beings are not forgiving. Allah is kind, human beings are not kind.
Some people, they make God in their teacher.
Yes.
They say they have their culture, and they put the culture in religion. They say this is the religion. No, this is your culture. This is not religion.
So we're preaching the same thing, Adnan.
God, I say God is that. If you believe, imagine that. If you believe God is one,
Yeah.
who are you competing with?
Exactly.
Who are you competing with? You're not competing with anybody. He doesn't compete with anybody. He's everywhere. He's everything. He's everything you see. Everything is His.
Yeah, God has power over all things.
And
Exactly.
and He's not limited. You can't say God is here.
Yes.
Just here. God, you have a rule like this. This is His rule. This is His thing. If you want God, you have to be here. No, He's not limited. You're limited, God, if you say that. He's not limited. God, He been in earth before Islam, before Judaism, before all religion. He been always here, and He's gonna be always here. And He take people with the reaction, no, with what you do.
Too much
do
talking,
something
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You make good touch in life.
Yes.
You make life better than you. You left God life better than when you found it. That's God. God is not like that.
It seems,
See there?
yeah, to be honest, that's why you see me here, not over there, because you're right. But don't fall, Adnan, because I like you. Don't fall on the other side. There's always a middle path is good. Some people are making the religion so tight that you can't breathe. Some people are making it so loose that there's no rules.
It's balance.
Yeah, balance. So we end here. Nice conclusion of balance.
God
He is balanced.
Beauty.
Yes.
God is art. God is peace. God is good. Anything good is God. Anything bad, even haram.
I spoke with our brother
It's
here for
haram.
us.
Even in English, it's haram.
love it, but
Anything harms
Phil,
you is haram.
He still
It's
brings
simple.
stubborn.
Anything harm your life, harm your society, harm your thing.
اللهم حسنت خلقي فحسن خلقي.
That's
Yeah.
haram. Anything harm you is haram.
Yes.
If you choose to do it, you take responsibility for it. That's it. Easy. God is not fighting with you, and he's like he can change everything. He has the power to do it, but he don't do it. Why? Because He give you that. That's the life. That's the book. That's the everything. Your brain, make something of your brain. Make something better for everybody. And believe me, God is gonna be on your side.
You know why I'm not saying anything, because you're saying everything that I want to say. Alhamdulillah.
That's as simple as that. You don't, as they say, don't look for God far somewhere. God is there. It's just anywhere.